It's Michael I-Zayah. I just dumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
She looking so bad, curvy wine on wine. The game's only just begun, yeah.
Today we got Michael I-Zayah off the porch with us. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing well. How about yourself? What to do, man?
I'm good. So are you originally from Atlanta or Buffalo?
From Atlanta, but also had lived in Buffalo as well. Like, that's the reason why, like, I tell everybody, like, I'm from the east side, from East Buffalo and East Atlanta. But I didn't go to school there. I didn't go to school at either sides. You know, I did go to school on the west side in Bankhead. Everybody know Bankhead, whatnot. Went there for a while. And then after that, I went to school in the suburbs the rest of the time. I did go back in Buffalo when I was 12 for a while. I was there for a while and I ended up getting into some trouble. So I had to come back, came back again 2 years later for a reunion, and came back to Atlanta again. And I've been going to school in Atlanta the rest of the time until I graduated, you know.
So how would you describe your experience growing up here in Atlanta?
I mean, I have my ups and downs, you know, like a lot of people, you know, I said, I go through my ups and downs. I go through my challenges, but it's all about just you, like, what are you doing with those issues and how are you going to resolve it or conquer those issues, you know? Same thing when I was up in Buffalo, you know, I went through issues on, you know, up there too, you know, but, you know, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, I'm grown now. I resolve my issues the right way, counseling, therapy, and rehab. So it's all good.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel the two cities compared to each other?
It's totally different. It's totally different just because it's like, Buffalo has changed a lot, a whole lot. Especially like compared to New York City. Like I said, I've been to like around New York City and Manhattan and Staten Island. You know, I visited those areas. I mean, they're cool, but I mean, ain't nothing like, you know, Buffalo. Cause like I said, like Buffalo is like, it's really like getting their shine back, you know. Like I said, Stevie J, what's his name? Rick James, Brian McKnight, they're from Buffalo. And a bunch of upcomers are from Buffalo. Eamon Dwyer, Mike, this other singer, I forgot his name, but, Benny the Butcher, Conway, and West Side Gun, you know, like I said, they're really making a lot of buzz. I actually tried to do a song with Benny the Butcher, but he's out of my budget. Mm-hmm. He's signed with Griselda, but he also like affiliated with Shady Records and Rock Nation.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. I just dropped my EP project, my EP album project called Amazing Zay. And my cover, it's similar to the children's book, Amazing Grace. And I'm kind of like paying homage to it because that book like originally came from the show Reading Rainbow on a PBS network back in the day, back in the 80s. And I'm an 80s baby, right? And the reason why I titled it that is just because of the fact that in the book, Amazing Grace, well, the little girl Grace, she was always being talked down for how she was or what she looked like, or because she was a female, she was always being talked down like, oh, you can't do this because you that, or you look like this, or because you're black. And she was able to prove everybody wrong by showing like I have everything what it takes, or I got what it takes. You know, that's kind of like with me. I mean, for years, I had my struggles with the industry, with people that I was around, you know, situations I wish I never got myself into. And I had to fight to get out of those situations, of people that didn't have my best interests, or people that claimed that they was there for me and wanted to see me win and they really didn't. People that was wasting my time. And, you know, I was just going through a lot of shit, you know, for a long time. I started recording music since November 2009. And, but like I said, I was supposed to been put out my EP project or mixtape or whatever the case, but, you know, things happen, you know, I was, like I said, I was dealing with a lot of family issues and everything behind closed doors. So that kind of hindered me. And then like my finances wasn't up to par either. So, but I'm in a better situation now, but like I said, I got 8 tracks. I got 5 features. I got Tiffany Evans on there. I got P. Dice that's in the Remy Boys group with Fetty Wap. I got Chaotic, the rapper Chaotic from Love and Hip Hop Miami. I got Tone the GOAT. His original name is Young Tone, right? He used to be one of Future's artists, and now he's under the rapper Boosie Badass. He recorded some songs on the soundtrack album of the movie Who's Your Caddy. He was the one that started the Crank That Spider-Man back in the day, too. And he was on the Billboard charts in 2006 when he came up with that song, The Jerk. Who else? Last but not least, I got this R&B singer named Tavaria. She was managed by Deb Anthony Mazay, Waka Flocka's mom. She did a song with Slim Duncan, God rest his soul. He was murdered in 2011. But I didn't hear the song, but she told me like on FaceTime and everything when her was talking. I guess she just, kept it with her and everything. She didn't put it out yet. But she also she did other songs that I heard who she did. She did songs with Waka Flocka, Gucci Mane, French Montana, OJ the Juice Man. She did a song with this Miami rapper named Iceberg. She did a song with this other Miami rapper named Briscoe that was also on Love and Hip Hop Miami. And then she did a song with this female rapper / porn star, Roxy Reynolds. Yeah, I got industry producers and upcoming producers on there. I got Casey the Beat Monster, Micaiah Beats, Tony Sway. Shout out to them. I got DK. Shout out to DK. He produced several of my songs. So yeah.
What's up? How old were you when you consider yourself jumping off the porch?
I say when I was 8 years old, just because I come from a rough background. I came from rough childhood. So because of the stuff that I went through as a result, I jumped off the porch early. So.
For sure. And how do you consider yourself jumping off the porch?
Just basically just trying to find my way, just feeling lost, just trying to, figure out a lot of things on my own because I had trust issues and I didn't trust nobody, and just being very rebellious and not caring about nobody but myself. And instead of me not dealing with my issues, I would act out and take it out on everybody and just doing a lot of reckless things, doing things I knew I had no business doing. That's what I mean by just jumping off the porch.
Sure. What's one of the biggest life lessons you've learned in the street?
Just mind your business. Just if there's a situation that ain't got nothing to do with you, just mind your business. Don't get yourself caught up in shit that ain't got nothing to do with you.
For sure.
Just if you weren't about trying to get things accomplished, figure it out, do your research, the phone, computer, find your resources of what you can get. Like I said, just trying to accomplish something, whether if it's a career, following your dreams, anything like that, then just stick to it. But just stay out of trouble, mind your business. Don't get caught up in stuff you ain't got no business doing, and don't get into stuff that you're going to have a hard time getting out of.
Sure. How long have you been making music?
I started doing music by singing in the church at a young age. I started playing instruments. I played the piano, the trumpet, the flute. I did all of those, but I didn't start recording music until 2009, November 2009. Then I did a thing I tried doing little rap battles here and there and everything, but I decided to just give it a break and everything and just focus on my schoolwork at the time. And then I graduated high school. I graduated back in 2007. And then a year later, I went back to doing my music.
Who would you consider to be some of your musical influences?
I got a lot of them, but the ones from up north, I'd say DMX, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Cardi B, Lil Kim. Yeah, I like some of Nicki Minaj's music too. The West Coast, I like Snoop, Nipsey, God rest his soul. Tupac, which he from up north, but Tupac, Eazy-E, E40, but Too Short, people like them. The South, I like Andre 3000, Gucci Mane, and 2 Chainz, people like them.
For sure. And when would you consider yourself taking your music career seriously?
I took it, you know what? I've been took it serious when I was a little kid. I just didn't have the resources for it. I didn't have the resources for it and everything. And plus, I was going through a really rough time at that time. So, I wasn't really focused on that like I really wanted to be. But then when I started to, I'd say it was when I was 13 years old. 13 years old, doing like little rap battles, just rapping here and there. And then when I started, some people thought, I was whack, but when I kept going, I was getting better at it as time progressed, as time went on. But I took a break from it just because I just felt like people wanted to be around me when it benefited them, when it was convenient to them. I thought, when I was doing that, like it would give me popularity or some shit like that. Or I felt like I thought it would give me respect, which it did, but then it turned into a thing where people would just want to be around me when it benefited them, when it was convenient to them. Like they was being fake nice, showing fake love. So I decided to give it a break until I graduated high school. And then that's when I was really taking it serious. And I didn't start recording music till 2009, November 2009. I was signed to a little indie label, right? I'd say for about 2 years, about 2, 3 years. About 3 years, almost 4 years. I departed from that because of personal and money issues. I was trying to rebuild myself. And, unfortunately, I didn't have the best people around me and people didn't have my best interests. They was being unprofessional. They was over there trying to take advantage and get over on me. So when I cut them off and I tried to do it again, and I ended up going through a situation where I got caught up. Well, I was being dragged in a situation that I did not want to be in. And I had to fight to get out of that situation. So I say around 2015, around the end of 2015, I decided to give my music a break for a while and just regroup and reevaluate myself. And then a friend of mine that I've been on for years, I told him about my situation. He was helping me with the business side for a while so I could know what to do and know what not to do. Shout out to Mr. Non-Dimensional, aka Carlos. But like I said, I was doing that. I started putting out new music and, like I said, got the ball back rolling and here I am.
For sure. Talk to us about auditioning for American Idol.
Man. Man. Well, that experience, I thought I was going to be on TV and audition, right? Just like how everybody sees on TV. But they actually had everybody but they had people audition at Piedmont Park. It's like the biggest park in Atlanta. They had like a huge line. Like I can't explain how long it was, but like it was like a huge line or whatnot. And Marine, shout out to Marine. Like she has her own radio station, by the way. It's like X360, I believe, the 360X. But shout out to Marine. Like she helped me set that up as far as auditioning for American Idol. But I was in the line outside. It was hot as hell. It was super hot as hell. But when I finally got a hold of the people and I was singing, right? I was singing one of my exclusive songs. I was seeing a lot of other people singing cover songs, right? And so when I was singing my song, one of my exclusive songs, like they cut me in off in the middle and they was just like, okay, that's fine. Thank you. But they had like me and 3-4 other people together. And there's just like, y'all had the talent, y'all have what it takes, but it's not good enough to be qualified to fly us off. Like I saw other people doing other songs. They were singing cover songs. They had their instruments and stuff. So I'm over there looking like, damn, that's what maybe that's what I should have did, you know. But that's what that experience was like, you know. Like I said, like it's a lot of politics in this industry, you know. So it's like, you know, being in this industry, like is real tricky because, like I said, your image is one thing. Your image is important, but then also looking at as far as how you're gonna be versatile and how you're gonna deliver your talent to the higher ups.
Right.
You know.
So did not getting picked discourage you or motivate you to go harder?
It motivated me to go harder.
Absolutely.
Even when I had auditioned for Killer Mike and T-Pain on his show Trigger Warning with Killer Mike on Netflix. So,
talk about that experience.
Well, okay. It was me and a bunch of people. We had auditioned at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Atlanta. And I actually sung a cover song this time. Matter of fact, the people, like I said, the people that was on their team, they gave us a choice. They gave us an ultimatum. They was like, either you sing Twinkle Little Star, or you sing Amazing Grace, or you sing the national anthem. And don't laugh at me, but I sung Twinkle Little Star, but I was putting my own swag to it. You know what I mean? You know, I did a video on YouTube and I sent it to them. And when they sent it, they liked what they heard. So I was able to get on the show because of that. And then like performing or auditioning for Killer Mike and T-Pain, that was a really great experience because at first I thought it was just going to be Killer Mike. I didn't think T-Pain was going to be there until I heard his voice. I'm like, oh, this shit, it sounds just like T-Pain. And then when I was in there, like, oh shit, it is T-Pain, you know? And, they gave everybody a packet as far as like, they wanted to get to know us by asking us certain questions. Killer Mike liked the fact that he asked, if you ever wanted anybody to be president, who would it be? And I said, Ice Cube. And he actually liked the fact that I said that. The reason why I said Ice Cube is because, you know, he came from nothing. You know, he came, like I said, from the streets of Compton, right? You know, he did what he did and everything, but he was able to make something out of himself by not only being an artist, but also being an entrepreneur and making movies like Friday and the Friday movies and a whole bunch of other movies. And, you know, I felt like he knows how to set a good example as far as like a family man. And he's done a lot for the community and he's his own revolutionary person. I felt like he wasn't as vocal like Tupac and Bob Marley, but he's his own revolutionary, and that's what I like about him. But that's why I said I would have him as president if he ever went to the White House to, you know, want to be in the White House and have people vote for him.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So alongside making music, you're also into acting.
Yes.
How did you balance the two, and how did you find your passion into acting as well?
When I was a little kid, I did like little stage plays when I was a kid, right? And I also didn't have my resources there either, but I was just starting off really small to work my way up, you know? Let me see. Fast forward, 2016, I had signed up as a background actor with the movies Black Panther and the Jumanji movie with Kevin Hart. And they said that like they had enough, they already had too many background actors. So when I had signed up for BET's The Quad and everything, with all the other films were saying they have enough people, or when I sent them my info, they wouldn't respond. But when I signed up for BET's The Quad, they called me immediately. So that's how I was able to get my foot in the door. I did a bunch of films. I did BET's The Quad. I did Oprah's Greenleaf. I did I did Honey 4. I did Step Up the Series. And I did that just because I needed to get my foot in the door some way, somehow, so I could have that experience, you know? And it was really cool, like, you know, seeing a lot of my favorite stars that I grew up watching as a kid all the way to now. I enjoyed seeing Tiana Taylor in the movie Honey 4. I saw the McLean sisters. I didn't see China, but I saw Ciara and Lauren. I talked to Lauren on set on Step Up the series. She's really cool. She's a humble person. She's a sweet lady. She's not a little girl, but she's grown now. So yeah. Mm-hmm. But after that, I stopped doing that, and I went into independent acting, having speaking roles. You know, I did Lit the Movie. Shout out to Mr. Non-Dimensional, aka Carlos. I did this web series called Atlanta's Ugly with Reality. Shout out to the director of Reality. I did the movie Bloody Neighborhood with director Tone the Goat. Shout out to Tone the Goat. But like I said, and people started to take notice. I had some people on the streets like recognize me from my music, but I had mostly people recognize me from being on Atlanta's Ugly and Bloody Neighborhood. You know, so it's like now it's like it's cool. It's I know it's flattering, and you know I'm glad that people's recognizing me. But it's like now I gotta move different because you know, like I said, you know, I still kind of like live regular and everything. So I gotta move different. I gotta move like you know under the radar now. I gotta keep a low profile. You know.
Which is your biggest passion, acting or music?
It's hard for me to pick and choose. I like both of them. I mean, I don't know, like I like both of them. I like both of them just because I can express myself on both sides as far as my acting and my music, you know? And, you know, like I said, speaking of my music, a lot of people kept asking me, and I wanted to be on your platform just so I could address it on your platform since a lot of people was asking me about it. So I figured I'd address it on here. But a lot of people kept asking me, how did I do that song with Tiffany Evans, and how did that come about? And I wanted to speak about that. Tiffany Evans had posted this song that she was featured on with T-Pain called Texting My Ex, right? She posted on her page, and I commented under there and I said, yo, like, I really like that song. It's a hit. You know, y'all need to push that. Y'all need to do something with that. And then I was also like just being very uplifting. I told her like she's one of my biggest inspirations, and you know, I grew up listening to her music and everything and all of that stuff. Mind you, that's what I said. I didn't expect for nothing to happen. And this happened like November 26, 2017, and to be exact. And like I said, when I posted that under the video she posted later on that day, she said, doing hook features for such and such amount of money. Anybody went in better hit me up now. So I was like, oh shit, you know? So, you know, like I said, you know, that shit really blew my mind because I would have never expected in a million years anything like that to happen. I didn't respond like how I really wanted to, but I'd say almost 2 years later, when I left the situation to put myself in a better situation to make better money, I reached back out to her and I said, hey, you still do features? And then she responded back. She said, yeah, I can make an exception. So that's how that situation came about.
What are some of the goals you have for your acting career versus your music career?
I want to keep building my, what's that word? I want to keep building my catalog. I want to keep building my resume as far as consistently still doing speaking role films, because that's going to turn into a thing where I'm going to end up doing bigger films. You know what I mean? And then my music, like I said, I'm already bumping elbows with a lot more bigger people in the industry. Matter of fact, I'm on a mixtape with Bow Wow, and I'm on a mixtape with dcfly. dcfly about to drop his mixtape tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
How was it working with DC? How did that come about?
My lady friend, Kaisha Hills, she kept tagging me under this post. She did the same thing with Bow Wow, but she kept tagging me under the post with dcfly talking about he want to work with upcoming artists, independent artists, or whatever the case, as far as saying like who got the hardest song and everything and this, that, and the third, and he'll put on his mixtape. So I reached out, like I said, I comment under there, and then I DM'd him, and then he responded. And then he was like, "What's up, my nigga? Like, I see you doing your thing on your page." And then he had the eyeball emojis. I like, yeah, that's DC. So, but yeah, though, he's cool. He's definitely like a character, man. Like he made me laugh. You know, he's funny, and he a tourist like me. You know, my birthday is like a few days. Well, actually, my birthday's May the 1st, and his is like a few days after mine. But it was really cool working with both of them, man. Like I said, Bow Wow's, he's really cool. I know, despite of what people may say about him or whatever. I mean, like I said, y'all, nobody can take away that he's been in the game for like a very, very long time, even like through the early 90s when he was affiliated with Suge Knight and then working with Snoop Dogg. You know, and dcfly, like I said, you know, he came up off of Vine and Instagram, and he just blew up from there.
What do you want listeners to take from Amazing Zay?
I want people to take me serious as an artist. I want them to see my growth and development as far as how I came from the bottom to now, coming from nothing to something. And, you know, I want them to really see how I developed and perfected my craft. I have some hip hop records on there, and I got R&B. You know, like I have songs that's in a different lane for everybody to listen to. You know, certain people may not like my songs, and a lot of other people will. You know, it just depends on like what kind of music people will vibe to. You know,
for sure. What's next for Michael I-Zayah?
What's next for Michael I-Zayah? I got my indie label that I just created called Galaxy Gang ENT. Just, like I said, I'm bossed up doing my own shit, you know, being my own CEO. I want to get a distribution deal. I do, you know, because like I said, I still need that push, you know what I mean, to get, you know, my name bigger and better lights, you know. I want to do more films. I want to start having my own little clothing line, do my own clothing merch. That's a process. That's in the process. But that's what I'm looking at doing. You know, I want to have my own family and everything. So, you know, everything is a process, but that's what I want to do for my future. And I also like want to, you know, really inspire people and everything, and really show people, like, you know, as far as whatever it is you want to do, put your mind to it, and don't ever let nobody tell you different. If you got to go out here and grind and do it by yourself, then just do that, because that's what I had to do. You know, like try to build a team, or you trying to work with people, and you trying to depend on people for this, that, and the third. That may not work for you. It may not ever work for you, because people like who are in position, sometimes they abuse their authority, or they abuse their position, or abuse their title, you know. So it's best to just do it on your own until the right people will come around and really, you know, help get you where you need to go.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Any last words and shout outs?
Just shout out to the people that, you know, that was there for me since day one, that never switched up on me, that never turned their back on me when times was rough. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to give a shout out to, you know. And also too, right, I also had a thing where when I was a kid and everything too, besides my music, I also wanted to talk about body positivity too, right? I wanted to talk about this thing where I had a thing, like I have a thing for plus size women, right? It's not a fetish. It's not a fetish. I'll just make that clear. It's not no fetish. But, you know, just being very honest and being very transparent. I mean, like I said, growing up, I had a tendency, like, of just being scared to admit that I like plus size women, you know? And it was like that for a long time until I turned 18, and I just got to the point where I didn't care no more. You know, I didn't care what people think. And how that came about was I watched a movie called Dance with the Wolves when I was a year old. Yes, a year old. Crazy, right? And I watched this. I basically had watched this sex scene and everything in the movie that really was very interesting, right? And when I left the movies and everything, I'm not going to say that I was traumatized by it, but it made me just feel very curious about sex. So I say when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I had fantasies of fucking plus size women, and I never told nobody about it, right? And for some reason, plus size women had tended to be attracted to me, but I low key was attracted to some of them, but I didn't want to show it because I didn't want to be ridiculed by everybody, you know? But when I turned 18 years old, I just got to the point where I didn't care no more. It's like, this is what I like. This is who I am. I don't care what people say no more, you know?
And that led to the infamous single, Curvy 101.
Yes. It's funny you said that. It's funny you brought that up, but yes.
Talk to us about Curvy 101.
Oh, man. You know what? That song, I say that song is more so like a fun song. It's like, you know, a fun song, like a party song, and I was singing to it, but I was swagging it out, put my sauce in it, like doing my own thing. But everybody likes that song. Like, I swear, like, no lie, like everybody loves that song. And people was like, how did you come up with that title, Curvy 101? I was like, I don't know, it's something that I just created, that I made up. But people, like I said, they took it and ran with it, and they really loved that song. And, you know, and then one of my lady friends, she was mad at the fact that I didn't send that song to Bow Wow and DC Young Fly. But I was like, well, I had to take care of some business stuff behind the scenes, so I didn't want to just, put it out there. You know what I mean? I had to like take care of some stuff behind the scenes before I just put it out there. But, you know, it is what it is. I sent it to you though.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it? You hear it?
Of course. What do you mean? We here. Why you mean you on the porch?
You like it? Do you fuck with it?
Of course. Like, it's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? I like what it stands for. I like the message you was giving out in it too. So, you know, and like you said, you did put your own spin on it. So that's what I do love about it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Did you like the song?
Oh, he ain't here.
Oh, okay.
You cool.
Okay, but yeah, man. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna do a music video to that real soon. I ain't gonna say when, but that's a surprise. I'm gonna do some music videos to 3 of my songs. So it's gonna be a surprise. Like I said, 2 of the songs that I'm gonna do music videos for is gonna have 2 features on there. And but the song Curvy 101 is just by itself. So
all right.
Shout out to DK for producing that. He produced 4 of my tracks. He produced New Panties. He produced Wanna Know You featuring Tiffany Evans. What else? He produced Curvy 101, and he produced All I Need featuring Tavaria.
Sure. All right. We got Michael I-Zayah off the porch. It was a pleasure having you, gang.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all having me. Like I said, it's a vibe. I appreciate y'all letting me, like I said, promote my stuff and everything. Oh, and I got a magazine placement coming out. That's gonna be a surprise too. So.
She looking so bad, Curvy 101. The game's only just begun, yeah. I can't contain myself when I'm looking at